Hey folks, Jay with Jay's Cryptic Creatures here. Today we'll be rehousing my Orphnaecus Philippinus, an old world species native to the Philippines, with the key characteristic of its beautiful bright orange color. It would come to no surprise that the common name is the Philippine tangerine. This old world gets stays a little bit on the smaller side, maxing out around 6 inches or so. I got this particular specimen from Steve at Arachnoid back in September of 2022 as about a 5/8 of an inch sling. So let's get this girl moved over and continue the conversation. In this video, we'll be rehousing my larger juvenile Orphnaecus Philippinus. As a small sling, I kept her in a larger dram vial as she was quite small, roughly 5/8 of an inch or so. Acting as a true fossorial, I did not get a chance to see her very often. It should be noted that I will keep referring to this specimen as her, however, I have not gotten a good enough molt to actually sex yet. As a sling, I would feed pre-killed crickets weekly until she was large enough to go hunting on her own. After a molt or two, she was large enough to move to a 16-ounce deli cup, as seen here, with moist substrate, cork bark hide, and some fake plants for coverage. What I observed was not much digging or burrowing. For the most part, she was out in the open. Being an old world tea, speed is something not to be messed with, so opening the deli cup, I always paid extra attention. While this specimen never really came across as skittish, her quickness while hunting was certainly easily observed. As a larger juvenile, we are moving her into a small critter keeper, measuring roughly 9.5 inches long, 6 inches wide, and about 6.5 inches tall. Also included is several inches of moist substrate, a cork bark hide, and some fake plants and a water dish. Using the catch cup method, I was able to easily get her in, as being out in the open. And what I'm doing now is just getting prepared to take off the top and gently press her down into the pre-made starter burrow and cork bark hide. With a little bit of coaxing and a very tiny thread posture, but off she went and scuttles quickly into the pre-made hide. Here is a short feeding clip from the other week after she settled into the hide. As you will see, even in slow motion, she is a very quick hunter and hops onto this cricket with impressive speed. Well, folks, another successful rehousing, albeit maybe a little boring, but in reality, boring rehousings are probably better, right? We want to keep the spider safety as well as the keeper safety in hand at all times. The O. Philippinus is an amazing old world tarantula. The colors are amazing, great feeding response, and you don't end up with a quote unquote pet hole. Mine, at least in my experience, is out more often than not, and is a great pet as an old world. But as with any old world, what you need to do is consider the speed and the potent venom. Do your research. Down in the links, I have the sources that I go to for my research. Tom Moran at Tom's Big Spiders is a fantastic resource, as well as the folks at Fear Not Tarantulas. So, do your research, and, I would highly consider grabbing one of these up if available. So please like, subscribe, and let's learn more about tarantulas, snakes, and other cryptic creatures together. See ya.